Sometimes creating content, whether it's for social media or a podcast or writing a book, for me, I get tripped up because some of this stuff just feels like Captain Obvious stuff that has been retread and said over and over again. So when I pick a topic, and I woke up with a topic this today and was really clear that this is something I want to talk about, like it has been talked about over and over and over again. We all know this. This is something everybody knows once they grow up and become an adult. And still, we all need to be reminded. So today's topic is perspective. As a leader, you are expected, you have made the agreement to use the perspective that you have, whether it's the fact that you have information that other people do not have. You have information on company direction, you have information on resources, on what other people are doing, backgrounds of people, all kinds of stuff. You have perspective given your position. But we're also asked as adults with children, you can't have ice cream for breakfast every day. Perspective, it's not healthy for you. You'll run out of steam at school, right? They don't have their perspective. You have their perspective. But let's say you're just in a conversation and you're in an argument about something. Your job as a leader is to be the adult, to have the perspective, to have the emotional perspective that this is a disagreement. This isn't personal. And it's for you to take yourself out of whatever feelings are happening or whatever defensivenesses are happening and to get perspective as soon as possible. That's your job when you're helping other people with disagreements, having perspective. That's one of the reasons having a coach is such a good thing, because how many times have you been triggered? How many times have you been in a situation and you're just kind of blinded to perspective because you're in it? You're either in it because the consequences have something to do and affect you, or you're in it because you're emotionally invested, or you're just triggered and you don't even know why. You're just losing your shit and you haven't figured out why. You're just doing that. And I think one of the reasons people pay me more than just the coaching sessions is that 5-minute phone call. I have plenty of people who call me up and say, "Hey, Mark, you got 5 minutes? I just need you to talk me off the ledge. Got 5 minutes? I just need perspective. Am I being a jerk in this? Am I wrong in this? Help me figure out perspective." So as a leader, it is so important for you to be emotionally intelligent, to get yourself grounded and centered so you can come from that perspective and give perspective, have the people who work for you and work with you borrow your perspective when they don't have it. It's the same. I was reading about when kids are dysregulated. They don't have the ability to regulate themselves. They have to borrow your regulation. They have to borrow your nervous system to calm their nervous system. That's the same thing with perspective, because when people are in the trenches doing their jobs, they're going to battle. They're in the negotiations. They're in fixing the problems. You have to come in and help them lift themselves up and have perspective on what they're doing, whether it's the vision and the reason they're doing it, or that they're going to come to some solution if they're in the middle of a problem. There's always that help. So if you need perspective, phone a friend, get a coach, have someone who can help talk you off the ledge. And for your people, that's your job. You are the perspective bringer to every situation. Hope this is helpful. Love you a ton. Have a great rest of the day.